Hello and a very good afternoon to all our viewers watching this Dialog Rugby League 2017-18 season. And this is a Navy versus Army at Valisara. We are bringing you live on Dialog TV Channel 1 and also your #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com. And coach Motilal Jayatilaka, and he was talking to him just before the game. He is very confident. And a young team is playing today. They have rested few senior players, and Rishi Dharmapala will partner with Mohammad Afzal in the halfback combination today. And also for Army Sports Club, they have a new coach, Nilfa Ibrahim, and he is expected to play some fast-paced game. Gertha Pereira, Navy Sports Club skipper, and the wing three-quarter Thusita Senanayak of Army Sports Club. And also it will be an interesting game to talk about this. Joining me today in the commentary, Romario De Silva and Roscoe Tatil. Romario, good evening.
Good evening, Sabir. Yes, overcast conditions here at Valisara ground, and I think we are in for a good game of rugby between the two forces teams.
Yes, good evening Sabir and good evening Romario. All set for this opening game for these two teams, Army Sports Club and Navy Sports Club. I'm sure it's going to be a thrilling encounter with the crowd already gathering in their numbers. And we are expected to have some showers as well with a temperature of 31 degrees today.
Yes, Roscoe, it was 87 humidity in Colombo yesterday, but it's much cooler. A tailor-made condition to play this rugby, and we are looking forward to have a fast-paced game as delivered by the both teams, because there's no love lost between these two teams when it comes to play. You can see Richard Dharmapal on the screen. Played for Kandy Sports Club yesterday.
Yeah, I think when you said tailor-made rugby conditions for rugby, Sabir, I think both teams will be hoping that the rain stays away, and if the rain does stay away, I think this will be perfect conditions. Not too hot out here at Valisara, and the sun is also hiding behind the clouds as we can see overcast conditions, and the fans building in expecting a good game of rugby.
Dialog Rugby League 2017 and 18 brand new season. We witnessed two games yesterday. Defending champions going past CHNFC, a new look CHNFC, 23 points to 6, and we are live from Valisara. And it was a great game yesterday between Havelocks versus Police Sports Club. Havelock winning convincingly, 36 points to nil. Roscoe.
Yes, indeed, it was a very dominant performance by Havelock Sports Club. On the other hand, Police need to find their act together. They've been struggling for the past couple of seasons as well. And on the other hand, Kandy Sports Club, they didn't have a game like they expected.
Here's that Army team. Asoka Jayalal, the veteran prop forward, played for Sri Lanka, and today he is playing as a hooker. There's that man, so much responsibility under his shoulders. Such a veteran player he is, and when it comes to celebration, he knows how to do it. And Gayan Salin, the fullback, and they don't have much of experience. They lost Aryapala, the center player. He's moved to CHNFC, but they don't mind. The center combination will be very interesting pair. So as the opposite team, the home team. We'll go through the team cards in a bit. And Mushin Falil and Mohammad Afzal played for Police Sports Club.
Yeah, I think after the teams decided, as we can see the Navy lineup, Roshan Ranasinghe, Dulanjana Veerasinghe and Charit Silva playing in the front row, and it will be Laharu Vishwajit and Supun Piris who slot in at the second rows, and Danushka Pereira, the captain, will play number 7, the open side flanker, alongside Adisha Veeratunga who plays the opposite flank, and it will be Janit Laksara from Science College who will play at number 8. And taking a look at the line, Richie Dharmapala retains the number 9 jersey from last season, and he will be joined at his 5'8" partner will be Mohammad Afzal, making the switch from Police, and Supun Dilshan playing on the blind side wing. And the two centres, it will be interesting to see how Mushin Falil slots in at number 12. He usually plays number 13, but this time around he's been slotted into the inside centre role alongside Lairu Herat, who had a brilliant season last year. And Rehan Thiagaraja, of course, making the switch from Havelock Sports Club, coming down to Valisara to apply his trade. And it'll be Tirina Veerasinghe who plays at fullback, who will be entrusted with the kicking duties as well. And taking a look at the bench, rather the replacements, it's Tanuj Maduranga, Dinesh De Silva and Gayan Vikramaratne who will be the backline cover, while Amit Gurusinghe, Gavin Pereira, Deshan Vimukti and Kasun De Silva will be the cover for the forwards.
Yes, indeed. There's so much experience, especially for Navy. Talking about that front row, Dulanjana Vijayasinghe made the appearance with the Sri Lanka team. Also Roshan Ranasinghe, last year's captain. So much to experience in that team. Here's a look at the soldiers: Shayan Silva, the veteran Asoka Jayadal, Sugat Nanayakar, the front row combination, Adhikaram and Sanjeev in the lock combination, Chamara Silva, Pulaviritna and Manoj Silva. Look out for Manoj Silva, the number 8 player. He's been absolutely brilliant last season. And Mohammad Rizvi, the experienced scrum half, and also Ashan Bandara. That half-back and full-back combination will be vital for Army Sports Club. And Sudaraka Dikkumura at the wing, he scored few tries last year as well. And Danushka Talwat and Sanjeeva Apakaskumara in the centre combination. Susil Senanayaka as the captain, and Gayan Salin, one of the top point scorers for Army Sports Club last year. And going through quickly with the replacement, Manjula Veerasinghe, Madhusanga Chandrasekhar and Imanka Aryapala, 3 experienced players along with Sampath Rosa, the number 16.
Yes, I think Sudaraka Dikkumura, he made his mark last year in this Army team. He scored a couple of tries, and but I think he will miss his opposite wing tree Aryapala, who had made the switch. But saying that, this Army backline is a force to be reckoned with.
So we are almost set for kick-off as the Navy Sports Club team go through their final spiritual rituals.
And match officials Priyantha Gunaratne, Priya Suranga and Pradeep Indika will be 2 assistant referees, and Shamrat Fernando as a TMO. Of course, Priyantha Gunaratne has so much experience under his belt. He also coached St. Anthony's College. And sailors looking with their new outfit, pretty much like Stormers here.
Yes, indeed, like the Stormers have come down to Sri Lanka to play that match, but this time it's Navy Sports Club hosting Army, and we are minutes away from kickoff.
Our Papare photographer Hiram Virakodi, you can watch all the actions, pictures taken by him. Log into our Facebook page, www.thepapare.com/Facebook, and Rehan Thiagaraja, number 14.
Yes, he made the switch from Havelocks. He was down with a serious knee injury, but has made his recovery, and now he's moved to Valisara to apply his trade, as we are just minutes away from kickoff, and it'll be Tilina Veerasinghe who will kick off proceedings.
Here's Tilina, puts up straight into the skies, and it's a pretty good kick. Equally well collected by Dikkumura.
Yes, a lovely hanging kick there by Tilina, but I think he would have not been too happy with his chasers, but saying that now Army have possession.
Mohammad Rizvi, the experienced guy, sending it to Jalal. Great defense by Navy.
Yes, there was some good rushing defense there by the Navy. Close quarters.
And Mohammad Rizvi trying to put his box kick, and well chased by Greta Pereira. Advantage though. Still playing advantage. Here's that pick and run by Jalal.
Yes, I think the referee was playing a knock-on advantage, but now, as the advantage is over, Navy win a penalty, as the Army players did not support their body weight at the ruck. And an early opportunity for Navy.
First points will be very crucial
Tilina Veerasinghe, of course, the highest point scorer in the 2015-2016 season, and he's one young talent who's up and coming. He's absolutely gutted that he could not wear that Sri Lanka jersey for the Asian Rugby Championship.
Yes, I think anyone who does not make the cut will be thoroughly disappointed. But he has another opportunity for Tilina, and I think he will be looking to impress this time around and make the cut for the Sri Lankan team. The first opportunity for Tilina Veerasinghe.
With his distance, probably 30 to 32 meters with the angle. Scored 147 points in the 2015-16 season. And Tilina, he nails that first kick, and there goes applauses from the Navy fans.
Yes, and that's the first points here on this ground here at Valisara for the 2017-18 season. It comes off courtesy the boot of Tilina Veerasinghe as he kicks a penalty, and Navy take the early lead, 3 points ahead.
Once again, that's that poor defense, poor work ethics by Army on that occasion. They had the knock-on advantage, Romario, but they are just giving away position. Knock-on turned into a gifted penalty, and here's the restart now.
A good kick there. I think the Army chasers should have gone for the ball. Instead, they just looked at it bounce, and now it's out of touch. Yeah, talking about that first passage of play, I think Army should have ideally cleared the ball away and relieved the pressure. And here we can see a replay of that penalty. First, his kick gets charged down, and from then on, after the penalty. Yes, and we are back live as Lairu Herat takes the ball into contact off the line out, and Richie Dharmapala marshalling his troops.
Herat, of course, is such a lovely product of CWW Kannangara College, and here's Gayan Salinda with his first touch. And he puts the kick back. Richie Dharmapala from inside the 22. Bit of football skill, but the ball still didn't find touch. Good defense by Mushin Falil rushing through.
Yes, he's known for that, Mushin Falil, as now the big forwards take it in close quarters. Rizvi gives it to his fly half. He gives it to Ashok Jailal, but he loses it forward, I think. Yes, he does lose it forward, and the referee brings it back for a scrum.
Brilliant piece of defensive work, rushing ever so fast on that occasion to put Jailal under pressure.
It's indeed early dominance by Navy in this match so far. Tilina Veerasinghe adding those crucial points to take Navy ahead. And Navy will be looking to pounce on this scrum and dominant position as they have done in these early few minutes.
Here's the first scrum of the match in the 4 minutes and 50 seconds. This first half. Richie Dharmapala, brother of Richard Dharmapala, former Science College player. Here's a number 8 break by Janit Laksara, who also from Science College. Tilina Veerasinghe going into contact. Dharmapala sending out wide now. There's a big run by Ranasinghe. A bit too slow on that occasion by Dharmapala. However, Navy still with position. Dulanjan acting as halfback. Sending out wide. Here's a real opportunity. Lairu Herat fends off one, fends off two, and a lovely offload to Mushin Falil. Another brilliant offload to Supun Dilshan. Can Navy score the first try? Straight away into the red zone. Once again using that powerhouse forwards. Rishi Dharmapala to Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. Here's Dulanjana with a lovely pass to Supun. And he beat first defense and he scores the try.
Yes, that was some lovely bit of play there. First, the offload of Dulanjana, and he got Adisha Veeratunga into space, and He did not think twice before finishing it. The last man tried to get around but unfortunately failed. And that's the first try here for Navy.
Absolutely brilliant piece of run, brilliant piece of work. Initially by Dulanjana Vijayasinghe. And then a lovely pop pass. Adisha Veeratunga represented Sri Lanka under 27s and under 19 in the 15s format for the junior Tuskers. Former Isipathana player. So the home team, Navy, with a lead of 8 points with the conversion to come.
Yes, indeed, it was good hands on that occasion by Navy and a brilliant pass at the end by Dulanjana Vijayasinghe to set up that try. And this is Tilna Veerasinghe to add the extra points for Navy Sports Club.
Too easy for Veerasinghe, so it's 10 points to nil. Still under 10 minutes of action. Here's that replay. Richie Dharmapala sending it to Dulanjana. A lovely pop pass to Adisha. And unfortunately, Aryapala misses that tackle and Adisha stretch all the way to the whitewash.
So now Navy, rather Army with the restart. They'll be hoping for a contestable kick. High hanging restart there. Rehan Tyagaraja comes forward but loses it forward, and now Army with an opportunity straight after scoring points.
Here's Jailal, long pass by Rizvi. Jailal was driven back. Good defense once again.
Gertha on that occasion again, if I am not mistaken.
Pick and run. Mohammad Rizvi taking his time, sending it to Jailal once again. He couldn't do much on that occasion, but Rizvi need to send the ball out wide quickly. And Ashan Pereira knocks it on. Good tackle as well. Turnover. Good piece of
Quite unfortunate there for Richie Dharmapala. Tried to get the box kick out but made a hash of it, and but the referee says we're taking play back for the knock-on. The rush defense is I think having a bit of and causing some trouble for the Army lads, as we can see the knock-on there.
Well, that's a tackle made without the ball in hand, but could have been a penalty.
So Richie Dharmapala once again to feed the scrum. Two teams with two heavy forward packs, and I think both will be looking to get the early dominance over each other.
Danushka Gertha Pereira in the number 7 jersey, asking, having the chat with the referee Priyantha. It's always good, the skipper having the chat with the man in charge. Here's Dharmapala.
Army seem to be getting a bit of a push, but Navy somehow managed to clear it. Bad pass there by Mushil Falil, but now Rehan Tyagaraja beats one, tried to be the second man but was brought down. And now Mohammad Absal playing scrum off, marshalling his troops. Looks like he will go for a box kick. Or maybe the clearance of Tilna Vijayasinghe.
That's a very good kick collected by Dikumura, but it's a penalty for Navy.
Yes, and I think that's for side entry. The referee showing and having a bit of a word there with the prop forward of Army as well. So this, I think Navy will be very pleased with the way things are going.
And also, Romario, you're talking about Mohammad Abzal. He's been such a utility player for Police Sports Club last year. He played as a fullback, fly half, wing, and also as a halfback.
Yes, that's a good kick by Thilna Veerasinghe, gaining some meters for his team. And Navy Sports Club with the line out, and Dulanjan Vijay will take it for Navy Sports Club.
Yes, that replay, Mohammad Afzal. There you can see the culprit, Shayan Silva.
Silly bit of work there by the prop forward. I think he should just let it go after the ruck is formed. And now Navy loses the line out, but somehow Adisha gets it off the back of the line out, and now Lahiru Herat with the ball. Richie to Supun. Supun set it, and now it's back with Richie. He gives it out to Dulanjana. Has the man on the inside, but the referee calls for a forward pass.
Well, it's marginal. Maybe it'll be interesting if we can have a look at a replay. And Dulanjana Vijay had the option to just simply draw and pass. Here's that pass from Rishi Dharmapala, and here's Roshan Ranasinghe. It's all about the hand movement. It's a fair call, marginal though. So Navy Sports Club leading 10 points to nil. And you're watching Dialog Rugby League on Dialog TV Channel 1, and also Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. You also can watch from your mobile device, My TV. Here's a lovely step and cutting inside by Dick Kumbra. Mohammad Rizvi sending it to the tight head prop. Here's Rizvi. There's a injury for Navy. Once again, Mohammad Rizvi taking a lot of time. Here's Dick Kumbra steps. A lovely piece of skill and the awareness.
It's a good tackle made on that occasion by Dulanjan Vijay to bring the man down. And Army with a lot of position.
Here's a chance to the skipper in the far corner.
Yes, the player is still down in backfield, off the camera, as we see him just get into the camera, and now it's a penalty for Navy, and they take it quickly. And now here's Danushka Perera, the captain on the rampage. He sets it up. Dharmapala now goes to the line, but the referee has stopped play. I think it's for a knock-on. And ideally the referee would have wanted to stop play earlier, as you can see a player down, and the stretcher has also come onto the field.
That looks like Supun Pires, the lock forward.
Yes, he had a nasty collision there, and I think that is a head injury. As we see the slight knock-on there by Richie Dharmapala. That was for what the referee stopped play.
And just before this knock on Romario, there was a penalty conceded by Nana Akara, the tight head prop. It is one of the silly mistake. He was in the offside position knowing, and he went to play on the ball. And also join us for the ThePapare segment to all the future stars. You can go to Facebook/ThePapare, and all the news and the events, we also will cover them. And that's not a good sign, as Supun Pires taken from the stretcher.
Yes.
There's Rankodge, former referee, on the far left.
That's the last thing a player would have needed to be stretchered off in the first game of the season. But unfortunate there for Supun Pires, as Army feeds the scrum. Rizvi, number 8, gives it to the first receiver. He sends it out, and good tackle there by Mushin Falil. And but now still Army with possession. Rizvi slowing it down a bit. And now Rizvi comes back, gives it to his forwards, keeping it close, keeping it with the forwards, Army, and now spreads it out to the line.
Lovely piece of a loop pass, and There goes the skipper. This is the Sena Nayak in the far corner. Referee playing advantage. Conceding another penalty. Just giving away position unnecessarily. The discipline is very key, especially in that breakdown situation. In fact, the player who went out is not Supun Piris. Supun is still there. Here's the number 14.
The holding on penalty there. Mushin Falil again putting his head into the walls and winning a holding on penalty. But saying that Army make a cardinal error by not kicking the ball out into touch. Correction, Navy.
Here's Gayan Salinder, one of the top point scorers. So Army will take that. They just need to go into the opposite territory. Coach Motilal Jayatilaka with his red and black outfit. Rehan Tyagaraja.
He seems to be a very superstitious man. Wears red for every game he comes.
Good to see that Navy band and Army bands from both the corners. Here's Vijay Singh. Well take collected in fact by Adisha. A bit of fumble. Somehow managed to keep the ball with position. Rishi Dharmapala using the shorter side. Sending it to Janit Laksara. Here's Mohammad Afzal with a lovely dummy. Almost went through, but unfortunately he could not offload it to his supportive player. Knocks it on. Good defense by Army.
Yes, good passage of play for Navy, but unfortunately knocking on that ball for a turnover for Army Sports Club. And this is Thilina Veerasinghe who added that early penalty, and a successful conversion as well after Avishka Veeratunga scored for Navy Sports Club rather.
There's that offload he was trying to make. Mohammad Afzal, former Kingswood player, and Roshan Ranasinghe nursing an injury. Captain last year for Navy. Such a veteran he has been in the Navy colours.
Yes, sir. Workhorse there in the front row, season after season, showing up and not disappointing. Sabir, we did talk about the players who came into the Navy side, but we did not talk about who has left them. So, at fly half, they lost Chanaka Chandimal and their veteran centre Lee Kegel. I think that they will be sorely missed as Army clears.
And the chase seems to be an offside position. Here's Supun Dilshan, another player from Science College and played for Sri Lanka under 20. Here's Thilina, lovely no-look pass. And Navy all of a sudden from their 50-meter mark to into the red zone. Rishi Dharmapala, a quick ball. Trying to switch directions.
They do switch directions, and now it's Thilina with the pass to Lahiru Herat, and now back inside from Thilina. Will Gertha get there? He's a couple of meters short, and now the referee has put his arm out for a penalty. A player in the offside position as Lahiru Herat again, another 2 meters short, and this time does Dulanjana get it down? We'll have to wait and see. The referee stops time, and he is looks like he is going to consult his AR, and will they go up to the TMO?
Looks like referee Priyantha have decided awarding the try. So well done Dulanjana Vijay Singh scoring the second try for Navy Sports Club. Navy 15, Army nil, with the conversion to come.
Yes, a very good passage of play from Navy Sports Club, and the referee correctly playing advantage, and Dulanjana Vijay Singh going over for his first try of this match.
Former Wesley College player, is also to make it quick, not to take maybe too much time on the breakdown. He's just switching directions. A good tactical approach by Navy. He's still with his third kick of the day, and unfortunately it goes wide off the right uprights. So the score remains 15 points to nil.
It's indeed the first miss of the day for Thilina Weerasinghe. But nevertheless, Navy Sports Club going ahead. This is the replay of that try. Lob pass on that occasion. And a nice pass out there. But the referee playing advantage. And Dulanjana Vijay Singh coming to finish off things for Navy Sports Club.
That was some good thinking there by Dulanjana. He saw that Army were less numbers and he picked and went and scored the try. Here he is collecting the restart now. Bumping off 1, 2, 3. Takes 4 men to bring him down. Richie Dharmapala gives it out to Thilina and he decides to go across field. The ball is inside. And now Gayan. He returns the kick and looks like it's a good kick. Will it hang up? Yes, it does hang on in play as Dharmapala is now forced to put it out. And Army with a net gain.
Absolutely brilliant kick by Gayan Salinder, the Army fullback. Gaining that territorial advantage, and Richie Dharmapala didn't have much option but to kick the ball into touch. He was isolated. Here's another really good opportunity as Asoka Jayalal to throw in this line out.
Yes, this time around he is playing in the hooker position rather than his usual prop forward position, but he is a good player, can adapt and play in either position.
And coach Nilfa Ibrahim also must be thinking that the scoreboard hasn't changed for the visitors. Once again losing that line out, but it's a free kick in favor of Army.
So I think he's showing that there was someone offside or they were closing the gap. And it's a free kick. And here goes Army.
Taken quickly by Nana Akara. Mohammad Rizvi to Asoka Jayalal. Lovely piece of running angle by Jayalal, the former captain. Here's another pick and run by Sugat Nana Akara. So Army all of a sudden with their engines up into the 5th gear. Referee Priyantha playing advantage. Rizvi sending it to Ashan Bandara. Lovely running angle once again, trying to create that exit break for Army. Once again advantage is there. The first real threatening run by Army. Mohammad Rizvi with an inside pass. Still with position, another pick and run. Is it a try?
We are unsighted from this position. And yes, I think the referee shows it's time off. Will he go up to the TMO? Yes, he does go up to the TMO. The first decision of this day.
Well, there's a bit of bromance as expected. There's no love lost between these two teams when the soldiers and the sailors come into the front. And this is the first decision for the television match official Shamrat Fernando.
Shamrat, try or not? TMO.
Yes, and
Shamrat, try or not? Shamrat.
Here's that good defensive work, in fact, by Navy. Looking at the numbers, Army had clearly more numbers. Here's that pick and run. There need to be clear evidence. Has the ball been grounded?
very difficult to say. Bodies all around the ball. I think the Navy forwards just jumping over to block the cameras. It will be interesting to see what the decision is.
We got another angle. Let's see whether there's a clear grounding in the whitewash. Unfortunately, Sugat Nanakar, the ball carrier, the number 3. We can't see a clear grounding.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ball held. Fires come. Attack inside
There was
ball.
some good
Okay,
quick
thank you.
thinking there by the Army number 3. And here is the moment of truth.
Wait, wait. Time on. Time on. Ball held. Advantage. Penalty. They are both.
Yes, so the referee decided that the ball was held up, but he is going back for a penalty. An early advantage he was playing. And now Gayan decides to go for touch. And this is the opportunity Army have been waiting for. And ideally for Nilufer Ibrahim and his team, he will be hoping that they manage to get some points off this.
Yeah, they have been in the defensive forefront for the last 23 minutes or so. And here's another really good opportunity. 5-meter line out. Here's Janit Laksara, a Serge Betson kind of a player in the flank.
A very big opportunity here for Army as they set their team for the line out, and it's a very good line out. They go for the drive, well held by Navy.
Trying to drive this. Here comes that pressure now. That's a collapse. They just could not capitalize. Mohammad Rizvi needs to marshal his troops. Another good piece of defensive by the Sailors. Here that ball comes loose. And here's the counter attack. Here's Mushin Falil sending it to Lairo Herat.
That's brilliant counter-attacking from their 22, and they are now back in the Army 22, but unfortunately a turnover, and Kayan Salind will take this kick to touch for Army Sports Club.
I think the Army lads will be thoroughly disappointed there. Last year's captain, he went into attack and got man and ball at the same time and lost the ball forward, and from then on it was a Navy pressurizing them with the counter attack, but thankfully Gayan Salind managed to get himself behind, as we can see on the replay. It'll be interesting to see the call.
Look at the numbers, Navy numbers, Romario. They were rushed like a flash from their own zone.
Yes, and they were on a counter attack, but unfortunately Gayan Salind managed to get back behind, and then, but now saying that here's Rizvi again under pressure, but somehow manages to keep hold of possession. And now the win 3/4 coming into play. Makeshift scrum half gives it a lob pass there, and an up and under. Richie Dharmavala collects it, man and ball at the same time, sets it up. The forwards of Navy deciding to keep it in close quarters. Now the referee penalizes Rana Singh. He saw him going losing his feet there at the ruck, and the referee decides that it is a penalty.
Good piece of work by Lahiru Vishwadit, the lock forward, former Isipatana player. And here's another opportunity for Gayan Salind to get that territorial advantage. So far, for the last 5 minutes or so, it's all about Army trying to score that first points on the board. Lairo Herat, such a fine product of CWW Kannangara.
Yes, a young player has got many years to come, and I think he will be hoping that he manages to keep his fitness and stay away from injury, and if he does so, he will be a potent player for Sri Lanka as well. As now Army on the Navy 22. We'll be hoping for points at least this time. But saying that, I think they think too far and lose the line out. And now Navy back again with possession. Dulanjana assessing his options, picking it and going now. Again setting up for Richie Dharmapala. He uses the box kick option, but does not find the safety of touch, and now it's Army again on the attack.
Dick Kumbura with the ball in hand going into contact. Here's Ashan Bandara sending into the big number 8 Silva. We didn't see much coming from Manoj Silva. Once again a penalty advantage coming. Navy losing their discipline, and lovely dummy in fact by Ashan Bandara. We have seen he's sniping through so many times for Army.
That was a terrible bit of play there. I think it was Mohammad Afzal. He hit the ball while he was on the floor. And now Ashok Jailal back again with possession. Army on the attack.
Should have gone to the shorter side. They had numbers. But nevertheless, Soldiers still with position. Good hit by Manoj Silva. Here's Rizvi now changing direction. Big number 5, Sanjeeva Malit going into contact. Navy trying to pressurize the breakdown. And this time Guy Ansal in the knocks it on, but they still have the position with that penalty coming in. So I think probably they should go for 3 points maybe to get some points on the board. There's Ashan Bandara.
Yes, they missed out on a couple of occasions. Tried to go for touch, and this time now the win recorder, the captain taps and goes. I think the coach will be not too happy with that decision if they don't get some points.
That's absolutely courageous effort, but here comes the result. That's a knock on.
Captain.
Looks like that's going to be a penalty, maybe not 10.
Or is the referee going back to see about that bit of play which Absal played on the floor? Well, he had a word with him, and now back again. Guy Ansalinder looked like he was going to touch, but gets a quick tap and go, and there's Ashok Jalal with the try.
Absolutely brilliant work by Guy Ansalinder. This is called the communication between the experienced players, and that was a move. That move was like cunning as a fox. We saw a few of tactics in the Barbarians versus New Zealand game last evening, but boy, take a look at that brilliant piece of work. And all the Navy players knowing that this is going to be into kick into touch.
Yes, Guy Ansalinder managed to fox us as well. He took the quick tap, gave it to his big man Ashok Jalal. He bounced forward and scored the try. And that's the first points of the day for Army Sports Club. And the first points of their 2017-18 campaign as well.
Yes, this is the man who created that try, Guy Ansalinder, doing the dummy, and now he's set to add the extra points for Army Sports Club. Yes, conversion successful, and Army are right back in it. It's 7 points to 15 here at Navy Sports Club in Balisara.
So Navy hit back with that try. Here's that try once again. Lovely tap and great understanding between those two experienced players.
Yes, Ashok Jalal going over the line, and Guy Ansalinder adding those extra points. And like I said, Army Sports Club are right back in it. Just under 10 minutes to go for the end of the first half, and Army would love to score once again.
Yes, well, first things first, they need to collect the restart and collect. He does Last year's captain Manoj Silva now sets it up. Rizvi looking for the box kick, gets it away. He was outside the 22, so cannot go directly into touch. And now Dulanjana on the rampage, bounces off 1, bounces off 2, 3, still going 4. Unfortunately loses the ball, but does lose it backwards. And now Lairu Herat back again.
Brilliant piece of run. Lairu Herat making that line straight instead of going sideways. Lateral movement, just making things correctly. Here's ThePapare 3-on-1 situation to Dulanjana Vijay Singh. He should have given. Unfortunately, Herat just could not hold on to the position.
Plenty of strength shown there on that occasion by Dulanjana Vijay Singh, but unfortunately the Navy player knocking on that ball.
Yes, indeed, the margin of error is very close, or so little. So 15-7 in favor of the home team, just approaching the halfway mark. And if Lairu Herat would have picked that ball, it could have ended up in another try.
Yes, thoroughly disappointing there for Army. Will be looking to clear their lines and catch some breath.
This is absolutely brilliant play by Army Romario, because from their own 22, instead of kicking into the touch, they're still playing that attacking rugby. Here's Supun Dilshan, beats the first defense, and the referee blows the whistle. Maybe he's going to get some assistance from his linesman, Supun Dilshan. But how good is that in terms of the attacking work? And Army showing some courage, and especially to attack from their own 22. That is simply brilliant. Here's a referee. Priyantha having a word. Maybe there could be a high tackle. I think it's a Navy who's going to win that penalty. Referee Priyantha going all the way into the Army 10-meter mark. So it's a penalty in favor of Army. Still not sure. Maybe a high tackle on Sudaraka Dikkumura. Here's Gayan Salinder to put the kick into touch. And that's a pretty good kick. Just outside the 22-meter. And also all the photographs and videos published on the ThePapare Facebook page. Available for purchases at reasonable rates. Just call the number on your screens, 0777-839-829 or info@thepapare.com. Can drop us an email. Just under 5 minutes remaining for the half time. Here's Asoka Jailal with the throw-in. That didn't look straight. And also the wind factor coming into that line-out throw. Such a strong breeze came. But again, Army giving away that position. It's been a 50-50 in terms of position for both the teams. And Navy had a one good opportunity
Hurry up, hurry
few
up.
phases ago to score that try by Lairo Herath. Unfortunately, he could not hold on to that ball. On the other hand,
Second scene, second scene. Second scene. Oluwatian Nepa. Ready. Second scene. Crouch. Point. Set. Steady.
Janit Laksar trying to offload. Great steal by Army's Malit Sanjeeva. Janit Laksar just could not hold on to the ball.
Hands in the ruck.
That's quite
Hands in the
unfortunate
ruck.
to give away that penalty
Hands in the ruck. Number 4.
after all that hard work. It's given away. So these are the little errors that both the coaches will be looking at the halftime break.
Get back. Mark here.
And here's another opportunity to Tilna Veerasinghe. Here's that replay on the ground. He need to release the ball, but there's Mushin Falil. Hand in the ruck by Manoj Silva.
Now Navy again back with position inside the Army half. Good line out there. Dharmapala gives it out to Lairo Herath. Goes in for the crash ball. Sets it up again. Dharmapala goes on the opposite angle. And a lovely tackle there by Jailal. He saw the pass. Seemed to be a hospital pass and he absolutely smashed the ball collector. And now Army again. We'll be hoping that they'll manage to get some points. Sending the ball wide. But unfortunately knocks it on. And now will Tilina manage to control? He does not manage to control the pass, and now position back again with Army, but the referee goes back, says there is no advantage for the earlier knock on.
Well, what a passage of play. Asoka Jailal, a very good awareness. And here's that attack by Army. And this pass should have gone into the hands. That tackle, very well timed textbook tackle. He knew that Rishi Dharmapala is going to the shorter side. Supun Piris and Lairo Vishwadit in the lock combination. Here's Rishi Dharmapala. Good pressure by Army. Very good turnover. Absolutely brilliant work in that scrum. Pick and drive in the shorter side. Here's Rizvi. Sending it to Adhikaram. Here's Ashan Bandara. Sending it to Aryapala. Good tackle coming by Vishwadit. And Army had their numbers in the shorter side, but not this time around. Unfortunately knocks it on. And that's it for the halftime. It's been a very entertaining game of rugby played in the first half. The home team leading 15 points to 7. And Manoj Silva nursing a knee injury. Coach Motilal Jayatilaka maybe have some plans for the second half action.
We saw on our screen Dinesh De Silva just having a word with scrum half Richie Dharmapala. As we see the halftime confirmation, Navy scored 2 early tries, got a penalty, lead in 15 points to 7. Army managing their only try through Ashoka Jailal. Bit of cheeky play there by Gayan to set him up, and he converted the try. Yes, and we can see the highlights of the first half. This was the charge down early on, and that was the penalty that Army conceded, and Thilina got the first points on the board for Navy. Soon after, it was Adisha Veeratunga with a lovely try, beating the final man, getting the pop from Dulanjana and dotting down. That was the first try for Navy Sports Club of the 17-18 season, as the conversion was good, and this is the third try. Danushka Perera getting the inside ball from Thilina, and then on bit of a bad pass there by Richie Dharmapala, but Lairu Hela cleaned things up, and after that Dulanjana spotted the opportunity to take the quick ball, and he took the scored the try, and this was Ashoka Jailal scoring Army's try. Bit of cheeky work there by Gayan Salinder. He looked like he was going to touch, but decided against it and took the quick tap, gave it to Ashoka Jailal, and he dotted over for the first try of Army. And those were the only points for Army, as they managed a converted try. So halftime score reads 15-7 here at Valisara. We will go in for a short commercial break and be back live with the second half.
There's no time for saving me if you want.
Technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan rugby.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම papare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
First rule is trust yourself.
Fitness Diaries, in a mission to uplift the fitness arena in Sri Lanka.
ස්පෝට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව්.
නෑ. හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි යත්. ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝට් එක.
ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්.
බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා.
ෆන් ඇන් රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩි සිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
සමහර විශ්ලේෂණයන් තියෙනවා ඒවා සමහරලාවට හරියන්නත් පුළුවන් වරදින්නත් පුළුවන් කෝසල.
ක්‍රිකට් කියන්නේ අවිනිශ්චිත ක්‍රීඩාවක් ධනුෂ්කා. අපි දන්නේ මොනවද සිදුවන්නේ කියලා. ගොඩක් දේ කතා කරන්න පුළුවන් පිටියෙන් පිටත. නමුත් සියල්ල සිදුවන්නේ පිටිය තුලදී.
පිටියේ ඈත මෑත කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, පිටියේ ඇතුලේ කතා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ ක්‍රිකට් විශ්ලේෂණාත්මකව ඔබට සම කරන්නට අපි සූදානම්ින් ඉන්නවා පිටියේ කතා තුලින්. රැඳෙන්න අපිත් එක්ක ThePapare.com ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ප්‍රමුඛතම ක්‍රීඩා වෙබ් අඩවිය සමග.
amount of cricket fans out there, they look at things in so much detail. They demand detail much more than, we have a video analyst for us. Incredible. These guys want even more detail when it comes to, reading about the game and understanding. So I think ThePapare.com provides all of that beautifully. So, congratulations and well done to ThePapare.com, because for people like me and for millions of other cricket fans around the world,
what's happening here, the chance for
technique, tactics, attack, defense, pattern. Back to the board, the rugby analysis.
The Breakdown, end-to-end Sri Lankan Rugby.
ThePapare.com කරපු සංකල්පය ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ට ඉතාම ධෛර්යයක්. ඔවුන්ගේ අදහස් ක්‍රීඩා තොරතුරු ඊට අමතරව ශ්‍රී ලංකිකෙක් වශයෙන් මට ආඩම්බර විය හැකි මේ අලුත් සංකල්ප ක්‍රීඩා ලෝකයට ගෙනීම ගැන මම ඇත්තටම ThePapare.com එකට ස්තුතිවන්තයි.
ස්පෝර්ට්ස් වලට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමතිද?
අනිවාර්යෙන්.
ඔව්.
නෑ හොඳටම අඩුයි.
Yeah, of course. අඩුයි. ඔව්. කද්දාසම ස්පෝර්ට් එක. ෆුට්බෝල්.
ක්‍රිකට්. බාස්කට්බෝල්. අපේ UFC වගේ දේවල් නම් සවන බැලනවා.
වන් ඇන් රැලි විතරයි.
කැමතිම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවද කියලා?
අරවින්ද ඩිසිල්වා, අර්ජුන රණතුංග,
සංගක්කාර.
ඒ සරත් ජයසූරිය 96 ටීම් එකම හොඳයි.
Hello and welcome back for the second half action from Valisara Navy grounds. The first half action is that Navy takes in an 8-point lead, leading Army 15-7, and after a bit of a showpiece by the Navy band, now we are all set for the second half as we see Army Sports Club running on to the field first. Think they have a lot to do, lot left to do.
Yes, indeed, Romario. There's the man who scored that try, Asoka Jayalal, and a good piece of work by the Navy band as well. And it's 15 points in favor of the home team. And here's Sudaraka Dikkumra, one of the fastest wing three-quarter for Army, and an experienced lad. It'll be interesting what sort of advice both the coaching staff have given during the halftime break, and we saw clear intention of the Army Sports Club that they are still attacking from their own 22 meter, which is a courageous move. We saw how Nilfa Ibrahim used to do his coaching, especially with the Isipathana team, because we saw their running game also in the later St. Joseph's College, winning that Milo knockout trophy. But here it's all set for the second half action, and also Navy had a great opportunity to score just before the half-time. Lai Herrera just missed the pass on that occasion, but here's the restart. All set, good kick, connected well, good defensive work by Army. Rishi Dharmapala sending it to Mohammad Afzal. Vishwajit sending out to Supun Peris. Here's Supun Dilshan now, good tackle coming in by Sudaraka Dikkumbara. Afzal once again sending it to Dulanjana.
Yes, a good start here by Navy. Secure position, and now they do lose position, but somehow we thought they got position back, but the player kicked it into his own man and the ball ricochets into touch. So now it'll be Army with possession inside their own half, and news from Ratmalan is that Yafos surprisingly have taken a 6-3 lead against CRN FC.
Yes, Romario, they have been the giant killers. We saw in the first round last year they're beating Candy Sports Club. This time a much better line out by Army. Looks like they have made a change. It was not Asoka Jalal who made that throw.
Yes, their first half line outs did not go to plan, but this time it does, and now Tilina gives it to Supun. He applies the accelerator, and now Rehan Tyagaraja looks to get on the outside, gets the pass away. Lairu Herat bouncing off one, bouncing off two, now goes down to floor, and now it's Richie Dharmapala back again to Absal. He pops it short, but unfortunately dropped forward, and now position, the pill is with Navy, and rather Army, and what will they make out of this? So dropped cold there again, this time by Army.
Yeah, the intensity of this game is building up, but on the other hand, a bit of scrappy handling by both the teams. Once again, referee Priyantha Gunaratna getting some assistance.
Number 20. Number 20 yellow. Number 20 yellow.
Number 20 yellow.
Number 20 yellow. Number 20. No yellow.
I don't see a number 20 in the team cards.
Right. Shoulder charge. Penalty here.
So it's going to be a penalty in favor of Navy perhaps. Looks like there's a no arms tackle on that occasion. Here's that replay.
Time off.
Not sure whether the incident was for that breakdown. Anyway, action drawbacks all the way 40 meter. Here's Telina, and he puts that kick into touch. Pretty decent kick. He nearly made another 40 meter where the game was stopped. So Navy has the advantage now.
Yes, Telina kicked that ball into touch a couple of meters behind where he kicked the ball into his own man. So I think he'll be happy with that touch finder, and now it's Dulanjana with the throw into the line out. Lobbed to the front man, and now Absal gives it on to Mushin Falil. Rather, Roshan Ranasinghe, he loses it forward, and now it's Army on the counter. The win three-quarter gets around the last man. He uses the chip. Was he taken out? The referee, it'll be interesting to see what the referee says. but Navy somehow dots it down. The referee is going to his pocket, and that is a yellow card. Not too sure for whom. Well, I think it's Supun Dilshan. He's been sent to the bin.
Supun Dilshan, a yellow card for no arms tackle or maybe a late tackle. It'll be interesting to have a look at a replay, but here's another good opportunity. This time Gayan Salinder, he didn't want to take that quick tap. Supun Dilshan, as you can see, he had to sit in the naughty chair for the 10 minutes.
Yes, indeed, it looked like a late tackle on that Army player, and rightfully so, a yellow card for Supun Dilshan. And here's Army with a very good opportunity.
Well collected by Silva, and Sanjeeva supporting well. Here's another possible chance for the soldiers. Just need to be a bit patient in defense for Navy. Here's that pick and drive. Roshan Ranasinghe holding the legs.
Yes, Army continue to keep position close in. This time the first pass is also to a forward. Silva, the number 8, and now Jailal. He puts his head down, tries to get through Danushka Perra, but no chances of getting through him, as still Army with the ball.
Absolutely good defense by Janit Laksara on Jailal. And Army slowly and steadily trying to move inch by inch.
Now will they go to the line? Rizvi assesses his options, gives it to his fly half. He sends it out or decides to step in the win 3/4. And now they lose about 10 to 15 meters, but still what matters is they have possession with them, Army.
That's not a good decision making by Sudaraka Dikkumra, the number 11. He should have gone into his right. Here's a prop forward for Army. That's a good running speed, but equally well defensive work by Supun Pires. Trying to hold him up, but when the knees hit on the ground, it's a tackle, so therefore you should release the player. But here's number 26 going all the way. Can he go and score? No, inches short. That's Imanka Aryapala. Here's Rizvi trying to dummy up. Good defense by Navy. There's a knock-on spotted by the referee, unfortunately giving away position without no results.
Indeed, it was a good run from Imanka Aryapala initially, but unfortunately for Army,
well, number 4 Lahiru Vishwajit playing that ball. Don't think that is legitimate. He's on the floor, not supporting his body weight. And here's that run.
Yes, this was that good run there, and well, that was touch and go. Supun Dilshan did not seem to change his running angles, but well, the referee is the man that matters, and he made his decision and decided to send him off for 10 minutes. But now, yeah, it'll be Richie Dharmapala to feed the 5-meter scrum. Navy still under pressure. Ideally, we'll be hoping to kick possession, rather clear their lines. It'll be interesting to see what they do from here. Dharmapala feeds the scrum.
Janit Laksara going to his right. Mushin Falil as the first support player, but here's the kick has been barged, and Army winning the position now. Another good opportunity coming in. Another pick and drive. Here's Jailal.
Jailal stopped in his tracks on that occasion. He had a man of his own on his back as well, but both of them were stopped. And now still Army with possession, trying to make something out of this and get some points in this second half. Here's Rizvi assessing his options. Will he go to the line? No, he decides to keep it close. Goes to his prop forward. He pumps his legs. He makes a couple of meters, and now quick ball. Rizvi goes back inside. Does he manage to get the ball down? He does, but he's still short, and Army still with possession. It's difficult to see what the referee is saying, but I think he says it was held up. 5-meter scrum in favor of Army.
Well, what Army have to understand is, Romario, in the opposite team there's a wing three-quarter who's sitting in the sin bin. Therefore, they have to go for 3 or 4 faces and send the ball out wide.
Yes, ideally they'll be hoping to go from side to side and send it out wide, and if they do so, they will be able to exploit the numbers, but unfortunately, still Rizvi and co is deciding to keep the ball in close quarters. If they do, I think it'll be a bit difficult for them to penetrate this Navy defense. Navy playing at home time and time again have put in massive shifts in defense, so it'll be interesting to see whether there will be a tweak in the Army game plan, or will they still continue to play the ball from close quarters.
There's a bench of Navy Sports Club, Lai Roherat sitting outside. And also join with me for the Back to the Board segment. All those technical and tactical analyses. And brought to you by Cavani. And we are heading into the 50th minute. Navy, the home team, leading. Although the visitors have the numerical advantage.
Yes, and we are just getting news from the dugout that Lahiru Herath has been taken out, and it's Tanuja Maduranga who has been replaced. But Army had possession. They were looking to go for some points, but unfortunately a forward pass there puts an abrupt end to yet another attack by Army.
Unfortunately, Dikumura could not hold on to that pass. Here's Gayan Salinda. Opportunities coming, but it's just in vain, Roscoe.
Yes, indeed, that was a very fancy pass. I wonder if it was needed at that stage. And this was that forward pass which turned the ball for Navy Sports Club. And now it's an opportunity for Navy to get out of their 22 and look to get position once again.
The scrum is not steady. Even a converted try would not do any good for Army in terms of winning this game.
But saying that, Sabi, they do have time on their hands, and they do have another 5 or 6 minutes left with a man advantage as well. But now Navy, Tilina clears the position of Tilina, and there you go, another error there by Gayan Salinda. Unfortunate there from his point of view. He tried to catch the ball from inside play and continue. I think if he did so, he would have put Navy in some sort of pressure, but unfortunately for him, he knocks the ball into touch. So it'll be Navy with a line out on their 10-meter line.
And that's a very decent kick by Tilina under pressure. And unfortunately, Gayan Salinda just could not hold on to that ball. But here's Rana Singh. Rishi Dharmapala to Tilina. In fact, it's Mohammad Afzal, and here's Dulanjana Vijay Singh in the far corner.
Dulanjana bumping off Ashoka Jailal. Took a couple of men to bring him down, and now here's another strong run there by the Navy forwards. Time and time again showing their strength, displaying their strength, and now Afzal goes to the line. Rehan Tyagaraja gives it out. The new man Tanuja Maduranga, he sends it out to Tilina. He decides to step inside and go into contact. Now they need a scrum off. Comes Mohammad Afzal, gives it to Dharmapala. He pops it short to his forwards, and they continue to barge forward, Navy SC. Change of angle there, and now Afzal puts on some footwork, bounces off 1-2. Now Rehan Tyagaraja opts to go for the kick. And Gayan with pressure manages to get a good kick. And now he's the only man chasing. And now Dharmapal, he gives it to Mushin Falil. He sends it out to Danushka Perra. Danushka Perra gives it out, and here goes Dulanjana. Bouncing off one, stepping inside, stepping outside, bouncing off 2-3. Gets the offload away. Will they manage to go over? Yes, they do manage to get over. This is the third try for Navy SC.
Well, take a bow. Dulanjana Vijay Singh, what a lovely run. Janit Laksa scoring that try.
Yes, that was a big number 8, Janit Laksara. It was all thanks to Dulanjana's hard work, as we see here on the replay. Dulanjana gets the ball from Laksara. Laksara comes in support. Dulanjana steps off one, fends off two, shows and goes. Another fend, then gets the offload away. And there was no stopping Laksara. He bounces off the cover defender, Rizvi, and dots down for Navy SC's third try. Lovely bit of play there by the Sailors at home.
Yes, what a powerful run on that occasion by Dulanjana Vijay Singh. He's been a star for Navy in this match so far. And setting up another try as Navy go into a commanding position rather in this match. And Thilina Veerasinghe is set to add the extra points for Navy. It's going to be a tough kick with the angle.
Another serious injury to one of the Army player, and also Mohammad Afzal taking some treatment for his calf. Army looks like Chamira Silva, the Army's lock forward, been concussed. It's a difficult angle for Thilina Veerasinghe. Almost 40 to 42 meters with the angle.
Yes, as Thilina prepares to convert this, Supun Dilshan also has arrived from the sin bin. Kick does not go over. Quite unfortunate there for Thilina. He will be quite disappointed. But saying that, now Navy are in with a 13-point lead, 20 points place 7 as we see the replay of the try again. Dulanjana did all the hard work, shows, goes, get the fend, gets the offload away, and Laksara, all he had to do was bounce off the final man and dot it down, and that's just what he did. Rizvi had no chance there in bringing the big man, the big number 8 down.
Still there's plenty of time remaining. And surely Navy look forward to that bonus point try. And that's unfortunate. Had the chance, but referee playing advantage. There's 2 knock-ons, so referee will come for the initial knock-on. So the team who scores 4 tries, they will get a bonus point win. If the team lose with 7 or less points, they will get a losing bonus point as well. Here's Rishi Dharmapala. That's the first knock on by Army, and this is the second by Mohammad Afzal.
That was an ideal opportunity there for Afzal to counter, but unfortunately he received a man and ball at the same time and coughed things up. But saying that, Navy are back with possession inside their own 22. They can clear it straight into touch, full out if they opt to. Dharmapala frees the scrum, gives it to Mushin Falil, runs the crash ball angle, sets it up. Now Dharmapala, this time around, I don't think he can kick it out on the full because he's outside. Sends it back, Thilina. Whoa, he goes for an up and under, and everyone seemed to be in an offside position. as now it's possession with Army. Rizvi gives it to his fly half. He gives it to his center. He puts on some footwork, goes into contact. Looks like he's held up. Yes, he was held up. And but now the referee is going back for the offside penalty. Or rather, he's going to consult his assistant referee. It'll be interesting to see what the decision is. Yes, well, the referee is showing for a high tackle. And the high tackle against Navy, which wins them a penalty. So another reprieve for Navy SC. And this has been the story of the day for Army, going into the opposition half but failing to come away with points.
Yeah, that's not wise once, Romario. That has been so many times. In fact, in the first quarter of this game, they struggled to penetrate the Navy half.
Yes, and I can remember they went into the Navy 22 on three opportunities in the first half, did not manage points. On the fourth one, they did score the try, but if they had got the 3 points each, I think they would have been in touching distance away. But now saying that, it's we are just a couple of minutes away from the hour mark, and Navy are in the lead, 13-point lead.
Yes, Navy with possession now.
Good hands coming in. Afzal switching directions. Good tackle. Great work by Dikumura. In fact, that's the skipper, Tusita Senanayaka, with the number 14 shirt. Dharmapala using the shorter side. This time great piece of work by Supun Dilshan. And that's injury for the Army captain, but here goes Army, have their position. Good turnover on that occasion. Ashan Bandara sending it to Gayan Salinda with a lovely pass. Here's Dikumbura cutting inside, fends off one. Rayan Thiagaraja goes down, but Army, that's a wayward pass. Here's the counter attack. Lai Vishwajit sending it to Supun Dilshan, trying to dancing from his feet.
Once again, a costly mistake from Army. They were dominating position, but another knock forward has ruined a good opportunity for them.
And that's a very, very controlled kick by Mohammad Afzal. Looks like Navy gonna bring a change. Gayan Vikramaratne, former Isipatana fullback, the little nippy guy. And he's replacing Tilina Veerasinghe rather. Of course, Gayan played for the Sri Lanka under-19 as well. Referee having another word with his assistant. Looks like a concussion. Here's the Army skipper, Supun Dilshan, going at him. That fend straight away his forearm, in contact on his face. Here's that incident, Romario.
This didn't look too good, and the Army play is still down.
Yes, that was a wrong tackling technique, and he got his head on the wrong position and had to pay the price. But saying that, the doctor decides he is not concussed and he continues to play. Well, first time around he fell lifeless, but somehow he managed to get his act together. And now Army with possession. Good line out, collected in the middle, and they are rolling maul starts to rumble forward. First stop, and now Rizvi told to use it. Gives it to his fly half. He pops it in, and here goes the win 3/4. Back to the fly half. He gives it to his center. Chance to go on the outside, but he decides to go straight into contact. Took the direct route, and now Army gets a penalty advantage, and still with possession.
Need the quick release. Here comes Jai Singh again into contact. Manoj Silva. We didn't see much of action from him. Just one carry early on.
Yes, Manoj Silva. He has been carrying the ball, bouncing off a couple of tacklers, and now the referee goes back and brings play back for the penalty advantage. But now again he has blown for time off, and the same player who was with a bit of a head knock earlier on is getting some attention, and I think he's going to be brought off, rightly so.
Yes, number 24 Madhusanka Chandrasekhara to replace his captain.
Not leading.
Not once, it's the second time. He's really feeling that initial hit.
Yes, and now the referee blows on back again for time on, and with the penalty at their back now, Gayan looks to go for touch again. Finds a good touch find inside the Navy 22. Army back again on attack. What will they manage to do? Ideally, if they are to make a match out of this, they would need a converted try, or at least a 5-point try, because if they do not manage to get some points from here on, I think Navy will manage to hold on.
And also good to see that lights are on, Romario, unlike the Kandy vs CH game yesterday, which were called off just before the full time.
Yeah, Navy playing at home. I think they have the advantage of switching the floodlights. Now the hooker gets the throw, but unfortunately Army cough it up, and now Dharmapala puts the box kick in. Gayan Salinder collects. He's on his bike, gives it out to his win 3/4. He steps in, tries to beat one, does not. He's brought down, and now back again Rizvi gives it to his open side flanker. He goes into attack.
Here's Rizvi sending it to the lock forward Sanjeeva into contact. Vishwajit trying to put some pressure. It looks like another warning coming in.
Yes, rightly so. I think that was quite unnecessary there by Janit Laksar, the number 8. And now Ashoka Jailala has taken that penalty quickly and gone, but he was bundled back. Now Army back again on attack. First receiver shows and rumbles his way forward.
Trying to snipe through, but had the option 2-on-1 situation on the far left.
Danushka Pereira there with a lovely tackle there, putting in his shoulder and stopping the opposition in his tracks. And now Rizvi looking to work the ball wide. Yes, they do get it to the player with fresh legs. He came on just a couple of minutes ago, and now back again with Army. Rizvi gives it to his fly half. He gives it, pops it out. Jailal tried to show and go, but unfortunately he was brought down with a lovely tackle there by Mushin Falil, and a horrible pass there by the lock forward. Ideally we would want the forwards to rumble the ball forward, but this time he decides to pass it on. Back again, position with Rizvi. Looks at Ashoka Jailal, gives it to Ashoka Jailal. He gets thumped with a lovely tackle there by the number 4 of Navy. And now again Army continue to lose the ball, and that was Dulanjana with the kick, and here's Supundirchan here in behind the ball, but unfortunately for him, the Army player manages to get there first and get a hold of possession and save the day for Army, as Gayan now he kicks it forward straight into the open arms of Richie Dharmapala rather, but the referee decides that he is going back for an infringement by Dulanjana. Hands in the ruck.
Well, Army once again had that opportunity, just in vain, just giving away the position in the vital minutes, isn't it, Roscoe?
Yes, indeed. Crucial errors made by Army, and they're still on the back foot. They're 2 scores away from reaching Navy's 20 points. And this is Gayan Salinda. And his kick to touch. It's not too long to go for that final whistle now, and Army are desperate to score, trailing by 7 points to 20.
Here's that turnover. I think that's a rugby in form. And that's the incident which given away the penalty. Another change coming in.
Yes, that was Ravin De Silva coming on for his debut. He was a player who played at Candy Sports Club last year, and now at Navy. Navy win a penalty for obstruction, and Abzal took it quickly and went, but a horrible pass there. I think fatigue seems to be setting in for both sides, and they seem to be throwing the ball here and there. Ideally they would be hoping for some steady possession, but unfortunately it's not coming for both teams.
Time is ticking as Navy still leading 20 points to 7.
Yellow ball, yellow ball.
And also get your event covered by the Expert Sports Photography for a budget-friendly rate. All you have to do is send us an email at info@thepapare.com or call the number on your screens. We are ready to cover your events. And Mohammad Rizvi, the scrum half, he's out. And he's been replaced by Manjula Veerasinghe.
Yes, Army pulling out all the tricks out of their bag now. As they still trail by 7 points to 20. It's a good scrum by Navy. And yes, it's a turnover ball as well.
Yes, a knock on there by the number 8 Manoj Silva. In the process of trying to pick it up, he knocks it forward, and now again, time and time again, Army surrendering possession to their opposition, and now this time inside their own half, and a chance for Navy to maybe string a backline move and get some points on the board. And we can see now it's Ravin De Silva who will slot in at number 8 as Richie Dharmapala tries to feed the scrum, but not steady. And now it's a free kick for Army. They take it quickly, gives it to a big forward. Ravin makes a tackle, but now it's a replacement scrum half, gets the ball away outside, and here's the replacement Windri Cotter. He steps in, but does not manage to beat the last man as he's brought forward by Ravin De Silva, making another tackle.
Here's Manoj Silva now into contact. Army have the momentum. Swing to their... Oh, lovely bit of work. Can he be the last man? Brilliant tackle coming in by Ravin De Silva. He saved certainly a 5 points.
Yes, there was some lovely bit of play there by the Army fly half. He showed inside, showed outside, found the gap. As we can see here on the replay, showed inside, found the gap, beat Absal and stepped the final defender. But there you go, Ravin De Silva making his third tackle in that move as he saved the day for Navy. Lovely bit of play there.
And he's just giving a clear indication to coach Motilal Jayatilaka. Sir, I'm not supposed to start from the bench.
Yes, indeed. He's worthy of a place in the starting lineup. As we can see Dulanjana calming his troops down, telling them calm down. We have a lead, we just need to have hold of the pill, and if we do so, we can record a win.
Another serious injury. So many injuries coming into this rugby in the modern days. We also witnessed 6 to 7 injuries yesterday for CHNFC team. And also in the coaching arena, there's Nilfa Ibrahim, coach Isipatana College, current St. Joseph's College coach.
I don't think he's too used to losing, but with this Army side he will have a lot to do.
Yeah, just had a chat with him before the game, Romario. He said that there's no household names, no star players, because it's just like what happened to Police Sports Club. They are not recruiting outsiders, so it's going to be a tough challenge, but still they expect to do something during this season with the local talents they have.
Yes, I think if they manage to get a bit of momentum as the season goes through, I think then they will hope that the momentum manages to get them a couple of wins. But saying that a couple of wins won't do, as we see a change in fly-off as well. Dinesh De Silva coming on for Mohammad Absal. Dinesh De Silva, a former Josephian who has played alongside Rehan Thiagaraja, who is on the wing. And now it's Richie Dharmapala, gives it to Mushin Falil. He steps, gets the ball out to Rehan Thiagaraja. He tries to go on the outside, but is caught. And Navy do concede a penalty.
Thiagaraja holding on position, but here's Army on the attack now. Replacement number 31 going into contact. Hapgas Kumura. Here's Sampath Rosa. Another veteran player for Army Sports Club. Here's Ashan Bandara sending it to Dikumbura. Dikumbura steps and 2-on-1 situation. And Chandrasekhara cutting inside. Running straight to the man was Bandara. Unfortunately, again, position lost. Well, Supun Piris, 2 yellow cards. Numerical advantage. You can't ask a better situation than this for Army Sports Club.
We're not too sure why the yellow card was shown there, but now Navy with a couple of men in the bin. And now this will be an ideal opportunity for Army if they are to get something, get some points on the board. And if they do get some points off this attack, I think we'll be in for an exciting 7 or 8 minutes left.
There's Janit Laksar and Supun Piris, the lock and the number 8. Now Navy will have some serious trouble in their scrum.
The replacement scrummer for Army feeds the scrum and now looks to clear, but does not clear the ball away, and the referee says the scrum was not steady, so let's go again, guys.
So there's no number 8, no lock forward in that scrum, Romario.
6-man scrum for Navy, backing down against an 8-man scrum. I think if Army plays it properly, they could even push it over for a try.
They should push, they should take the advantage. They should control the back.
But saying that Navy Sports Club doing lovely work there by their forwards, getting the pressure on the Army and somehow pushing them back in that scrum, but Army somehow hold on to position, and here they go with through their big men, continuing to keep the ball in close quarters.
Some valiant defensive work by the Sailors, showing that never give up attitude. Army still struggling.
Inches away from the try and now, but driving forward is Army.
And looks like a try being scored. Not sure who is that. Number 3. That's Nanayakara. Sugat Nanayakara scoring that try. Well, certainly they have to score, especially with the 2 men down in your opposite team. So this conversion, it's not a difficult conversion to make it close to a goal difference.
It's indeed a very crucial conversion coming up. They have to score to make it one score away. And the duties are being set for Gayan Salinder. And he has no trouble converting that. And one score away. Army Sports Club now. So game on here at the Welser grounds.
Yes, and just as I said, Army did manage to get a try off that move. And now we are in for an exciting 7 to 8 minutes of play left, as we see here on the replay. Army continued to keep the pill close by in close quarters, and they somehow managed to dot down. So now the scores read 20-14 still in favor of Navy, but just a 6-point lead. And if Army manages a converted try, I think they could spring an upset here at Valisara.
Well, when these two teams play, there's always fascinating to watch. We witnessed 24 points to 23 win last year for Navy in their first leg. And here's the restart. And sensibly letting it go to the touch because it was a flat kick. Here's Supun Dilshan. And here's Army now from their own zone, trying to work that decoy run, putting that kick into space by the replacement wing three-quarter. And looks like a penalty. And this will fancy the Army's chances.
Ideally, the referee would have looked to play an advantage because Army seemed to be having a little bit of advantage, but the referee decided against it, and now brings play back for an Army penalty inside their own half. So we can see Dulanjana asking the referee how much of time is left, as he showed just 2 fingers of his 5, so we assume that there is just 2 minutes left. But now Army Navy win position, and Dinesh De Silva puts an up and under. There would be snow on it as it comes down, and it looked like it was dropped forward. Yes, and I think the referee does spot it and brings play back for the knock-on. So there is another reprieve for Navy, and now they are inside, rather just a couple of meters away from the 50-meter line. And now I think ideally what they need to do is just hold on to position.
Yeah, sadly for Gayan Salinder, he's not having his day. He made few errors before as well, despite making those 2 good conversions. And he collected that ball, but unfortunately he knocked it on as he go to the lower center of gravity.
Yes, and Sabir, it's time for us to decide the man of the match. I think a couple of players from either side has put in good performance. Asoka Jailal, the hooker for Army, had a monstrous day at the office. Danushka Perera too. He was in every ruck, but I think the ThePapare team has decided to go with Tulanjana Vijay Singh as the man of the match, as Richie Dharmapala puts in a grabber kick, and interestingly just hands position back again easily to Army, as the Army win 3/4. He puts in a kick. Supun Dilshan collects, bounces off 1, bounces off 2, finally goes down, and now the ball is back again with Richie Dharmapala as he gives it to players with fresh legs. Back again Richie Dharmapala to Dinesh De Silva, better known as Kotia, and now he plays his forwards. Richie Dharmapala decides, rightly so, to keep the ball in close quarters and just run down the clock, as Kasun De Silva, this time he bounces off 1 and is brought down by the second man. Richie Dharmapala gives it to Dinesh De Silva. He shows and tries to go, but he's caught in the traffic. But thankfully for him, his forwards come to save the day. Dharmapala now to Supundil Chan. He decides to put his head down and go.
Few seconds left. Navy with Gavin going into contact. They just need to do this. Maybe another 2-3 phases. Instead, Dulanjana Vijayasinghe, that's a bit high tackle coming in. Rightly so, referee playing advantage. I think that's all over for Army Sports Club. Here's Gayan Vikramaratne. And that's been kicked out, but they still have one last opportunity. So all they can do is take the tap and kick it out.
Yes, ideally, Richie Dharmapala would have been hoping for the ball to find touch. But the referee brought play black for the penalty, and now he has signalled for time off as and Sampath Rosa seems to be nursing an injury, and even Mushin Falil getting a bit of stretching going on, bit of cramp I would suppose. All in all, Sabir, I think Army, they are to be blamed for their own downfall. They came into the opposition 22 time and time again, 4 times in the first half, managed points only off one opportunity. In the second half also they came into the opposition 22 on a couple of occasions, but failed to turn possession and pressure into points, and I think that's what they are going to pay for as Richie Dharmapala looks to end the game. He will take the tap and kick the ball out, and that's the end of proceedings here at Valisara, and it's Navy SC winning their first game of the season, their first home game, beating Army SC 20 points to 14, as we see the full-time score there.
Yes, indeed. Vijayasinghe, the ThePapare player of the match, saying thank you very much for the referee. But overall, Navy would be disappointed that they could not seal that 4 tries with a bonus point. But Army will take the losing bonus point for their margin 7 or less.
Yes, I think that will be the only place that the coach will not be happy about with today's proceedings for Navy. They did not manage to secure that bonus point. I think after the first half, they seemed to take it a bit too easy. They managed a single try, both teams scoring a single try each. Navy not converting their try, Army did convert their try and brought it to a 6-point game with 5 or so minutes left on the clock. But the Navy defense, as they did time and time again throughout season after season, held firm.
You can see taking some photos from Dulanjana Vijayasinghe and his fans. And it's been a good rugby. There you go, 20 points to 14. And also news are out at Ratmalana. It was Air Force who led the first half, 6 points to 3.
Yeah,
the game is still going, but congratulations to Navy winning this game. It's always tough when they play the first game.
Yes, it's always tough as both teams are looking to get the rust off their backs off a pre-season. As we see the coach having a bit of a word with his captain. As we see the highlights of the game, the first points of the 2017-18 season coming for Tilina in the first half, as he saw his team score another couple of tries. This was the first try. Dulanjana getting the offload to Adisha as he beat the final man and dotted down. Tilina made no mistake with that conversion as well. As we see the third try, Danushka Perra taking the ball into contact, setting it up, and a couple of phases later it was Dulanjana Vijayasinghe of this pick and go. He picked and went, thought quicker than everybody and got the second try, and that was the points for Navy at the first half. As we see, Asoka Jailal, he got the only try for Army, and the first half scored 15 points to 7 in favor of the hosts. But this was the conversion by Gayan to make it 7 points for Army. But the second half, it was a total different game. As you can see, Dulanjana, our man of the match as well, setting up a try for his number 8, who Janit Lakshar bounced off the final defender and scored. As we see that again, was some lovely bit of running work there by Dulanjana. But after that, that was the only points for Navy in the second half, which made it 20. And this try, this converted try rather, made it 14-20, with Army chasing the game with just 6 points deficit. But unfortunately, they could not catch up, as full time, the whistle was blown by the referee, and the full time score read 20-14 in favor of Navy SC. Navy scored 3 tries, converting 1 and getting a penalty. Meanwhile, Army just managed 2 converted tries. As the game was a side-to-side affair, but unfortunately for Army, when they went into the Navy half, they did not manage to convert possession into points. As we see them cooling their bodies, getting their warm down in, I think they'll be very disappointed, but they will be hoping that they can get their act together and get some points on the league table. As we see the full-time stats, Navy SC scoring 3 tries, converting just a single try, getting a single penalty, while Army got 2 converted tries and made it a 6 points game. But unfortunately did not manage to cut the 6 points deficit and get the draw or a win. As we see, Dulanjana Vijay Singh, the hooker, won the man of the match award. Next week also we have action from the Dialog Rugby League as week 2 rolls around. Navy will be playing CRNFC at London Place, which will be played on Sunday, which will be the game of the week. CH will be playing Army at Racecourse. Those are just 2 matches out of the 4, and I think we are set for another round of exciting Dialog Rugby League action. Candy will be playing Air Force next week as well, while Havelocks will be playing their home game, their second home game. And that's a wrap from Navy grounds here. Until next time, this is Romario De Silva signing off with Sabir Kader and Roscoe Tatil, our content and technical cream, signing off for ThePapare.com. Catch us with exclusive coverage from next week. Until then, it's goodbye and have a good night.
Thomas, come as we all go down. Yeah, but for the folk, my heart, do you dare to look them right in the eyes? Yeah. Oh, God say we run you down to the door. Yeah, someday we run you down to your